All right, champs, cheeky little update here. I got down the mining rabbit hole because of Mayor Cole. He had one of his little mining fiestas going on, so I was like, hey, you know what? That looks like a good deal there. 75 mining wisdom and a bunch of other stuff, 2 times drops for mining. That explains actually why my inventory's been filling up so quickly, but anywho, we have been going through and just doing a little bit of mining here and there. And the whole reason I even started doing this too was in tandem with the fact that I need to be able to insta-mine cobble, which it seems like when my ping isn't really bad, we seem to be able to do that now. So I can actually work on the cobblestone collection. This means that we can initiate Operation Cobblestone, where we replace all of the minions on our island with cobblestone minions, and then I just go buck wild trying to get 70,000 cobblestone collections so we can start getting our super compactors up, so we can get our haste artifact. After we get, I guess, we'll also need the haste ring, just because that's 2 more steps that we need to take. I did my first couple of commissions. We got our taming leveled up. We just hit Heart of the Mountain level 2. And we also got our mining up to, 16. So we're up to 16 for mining as well. And then we're going to go ahead and check out our Heart of the Mountain. Looks like we can unlock this because we've got that 1 extra token. This is the right move there. And then we'll just go ahead, get as much mining speed as we can, and then just get a couple of mining fortunes. So we are making a little bit of headway, a little bit of progress. It looks like we're finally able to insta-mine cobblestone. So the problem that I was presenting in the previous episode is now no longer a problem. And I think we're going to go ahead and make that the goal of this episode, is to get ourselves up to the maximum cobble collection of cobblestone 10. We can actually go ahead and get our first pickaxe upgrade from the fractured mithril pickaxe here, I believe. It looks like, yes, 1 fractured mithril pickaxe plus 2 enchanted mithril gives us a bandaged mithril pickaxe. Very nice. And then to upgrade to the next one, we're going to need that handle, a bunch of gold, and 64 enchanted mithril, which I actually have no idea. Let's see. 6. Yeah, so not very much at all. What does this do? I don't even know what this does. Alright, so after a painstaking grind in the dwarven mines for cobblestone, we have ended the night with a cobblestone collection of 9. If I really pushed it, I absolutely could have hit 10, but this is going to be my stopping point for now. We went all the way from, I don't know, we were like cobblestone 4 with 1,000 or 2,000 maybe, all the way up to 63,000. So all thanks to our bandaged mithril pickaxe and our Heart of the Mountain getting our mining speed up as we went. So that was honestly a very, very nice touch. Here is our spoils of war. We were farming a little bit of the glaciite monsters or whatever for a little bit, and we got some extra pieces of armor. We did end up getting the entire armor set. If I switch over out of my fishing gear, we can see here that we have the full glaciite set. We're still working on enchanting it, but it will do very well for us for now. We're all the way up to a 453,000 coin purse, so we've made back our losses from our deaths out in fishing. And then we also got ourselves 2 glaciite jewels, a refined mineral, which I have now learned can make us a mineral amulet or talisman or whatever. We have a stack of titanium, 17 enchanted mithril, so we're working well on our way to the next upgrade for our mithril pickaxe. And then we also have all of this cobblestone here, which we're going to use to make our very first haste relic, so the haste ring here. Boom. So we have our haste ring. We have permanent haste 2, as well as an extra 10 mining speed, which is phenomenal. We're going to pop that into our bag. Gives us some Skyblock XP. And then we're going to put these away because we need those in the future to upgrade that very same ring into the haste artifact. So those are our next couple of little goals. We also got a mining XP boost from one of the events. We finished upgrading our fishing rod, and we added some, what do you call them, reforges to all of our gear. If we take a look at our anglers, we got fierce on everything for the angler. We got astute and then 1 blended. I don't really know what the best is for these, but astute and blended both seemed kind of decent, so we just went for those. And then for our fishing rod, we now have all of the enchants that we could get from the enchantment table. All right, guys, so after many, many deaths and a lot of struggling, we have finally gotten ourselves to 16 rusty coins, which means we can upgrade our legendary fishing rod into a legendary challenging rod. Bada bing, bada boom, there it is, our first big upgrade in the fishing journey. Now, I think I'm probably going to end up going for the Hermit Crab, maybe one of these accessory upgrades here, because those are also pretty decent. And then on the side, we'll be going for the Speedy Line. We only have 3 belt buckles so far. We need 8. Obviously, the teleporting scroll would be nice, but I think the fishing speed would be nicer, especially considering we can just run straight over here, get the permanent fishing speed upgrade, and then, I mean, this is pretty much useless at that point as long as we just stay here for a long time. And then the hermit crab would be nice, or a squid if we could ever fish one up, but, you know, so far we have not had much luck. If we check out our fishing chest here, we have quite a bit going on. We've got a ton of chum. We have a couple other random items that I'm really not sure what they do exactly, but that is okay. And then if we go into our storage, we've got a bunch of trophy rods, and then we have this leather boot. We have these corrupted fish as well, which I guess are trophy fish is what it's saying here, which I know very little about, so we'll just keep those there for a while. And we are making a little bit of progress, so very nice. We got our legendary challenging rod with all of the enchants that we can afford right now. I'm debating buying a couple of gems so that I can get a cookie early on, but I don't know if that would necessarily diminish from, I don't know, the whole Ironman thing. I'm not sure, but at least for the time being, we're just going to keep kind of trudging along the way that we are. And then if we take a quick little trip to the hub and check out the bank, we can see what we have right now is only 100,000 coins because I died twice. Both times to witches. They had pushed me, the sea witches. They pushed me into the water, and they really messed me up, to be honest. They pushed me down and just started pelting me with potions, and I lost. I went from 500k down to 250, and then from like 250 down to, you know, a little over 100. And so now we only have 100,000 coins in the in the bank. I've lost probably 500,000 coins total, maybe even a little bit more than that from fishing. So I definitely need to step up my game when it comes to being a little bit more careful, but it is what it is. We're now in the park at the Birch area, and I think we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a squid hat, which actually we'll need to go back to our island to grab a couple more ink sacks. If we go over here, boom, because I'm trying to get a squid pet, and it seems that the squid hat is probably a decent way to do that, because it will give us an extra chance to fish up squids. We'll grab some bait, and then we'll continue fishing with the challenging rod to try to get some more squids, and hopefully at some point fish up a squid pet. Alright, so we've made quite a bit of progress since the last time that I updated you guys. I'm not exactly sure what all, like not every single little thing, but we have a decent bit here. So we've been farming the cow minions every day. We have been hitting up the experimentation table, of which we are now all the way up at enchanting 21. So we're able to do the next tier of the matching in there. So nothing too crazy, but we have gotten an extra couple levels from that. We did pick up a couple. We got a Titanic experience bottle as well as some Grand experience that'll be useful later. We've been doing a ton of fishing with our legendary rod. I was using the squid hat trying to do some squid fishing because we need the squid pet eventually, but you know, not like a ton of luck in that regard. We do have a couple of these guys here, so we're still stocking up on those. You can see all this loot that we've gotten from fishing. We have been doing a little bit of glaciite farming, just while like in between, or if we needed levels or anything in between. So we do have enough glaciite jewels to make our bejeweled handle for the next upgrade for our pickaxe, but we still need to collect quite a bit more enchanted mithril. We've got all these extra pieces here. We got some enchanted cobblestone. I just wanted to show all this stuff before I sold it, just so we get kind of an idea of what we've been working on. And then if also we come over here to the redstone minions, we've got them all to tier 6 now. We did get it 1 coal minion, tier 7, and we actually got our coal collection way up to 8, so we can start working on the enchanted lava buckets. but that is quite a grind there for even just one of them. So that's something that we'll just work on kind of passively as we go. I think another one that I need to do is lapis, because we want the grand experience bottles, because trying to buy them from the librarian every day and also just using them is kind of a pain in the butt. So not something I'm too concerned about, but something that we will definitely hit at some point. We've also gotten our combat up to 14 just from doing the glaciite. Our fishing's all the way up to 14. Mining's now at 19. Like I said before, enchanting's at 21. So that's all the main stuff. I do kind of want to go into catacombs at some point, but I'm not exactly sure when we're going to do that. I think maybe the next goal is just going to be pushing combat as much as we can. 22 would be nice so that we can get access to that last island and get some of that glowstone and some other things to make certain potions. But, you know, for now, I think we're just going to kind of maybe work on the glaciite monsters up until combat 22, and then just see where we go from there, start doing enderman farming, because I would really like to get an aspect of the end at some point soon. Just kind of a pain not having the teleport option right now. We're still just rocking with the rogue sword and this crappy little end sword. So we will see where we go from there, and we'll just do a quick little update on the fishing gear here. We got growth 5, protection 5, and then all the enchantments on the boots. So all we need now is thorns on all this stuff, and then we need some more rusty coins so that we can upgrade all of our gear, both the equipment and the armor, into the next tier of fishing equipment. So that is probably going to wrap it up here today for this video, guys. I do appreciate you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please make sure to drop a like and a comment down below, and subscribe if you are new, and I will see you guys in the next video.